Hi guys, happy fall. Today I want to do a little bit of Halloween decorating. I'm also going to be working on a few miniatures. I'm doing like a little Halloween town. I haven't started on the miniatures yet, but I do have all my decorations ready. I considered doing kind of like a Halloween dollhouse, but I just couldn't find the right one. And then I was at the dollar store and I found a bunch of little houses. So I decided I wanted to do a little town instead. And I wanted a place to display them, so I am decorating my mantle to go along with it. Everything that I decorate with is going to be from the dollar store, except for this ginger jar, which also reminds me of an urn, so I'm going to keep that up there. And it also kind of goes with my color palette. I don't usually do the traditional colors when it comes to like Halloween or Christmas. So this is going to be sort of a colorful Halloween palette, not a pastel-Halloween, which I do like that as well. And I also don't really like the spooky side of Halloween, so I found that painting everything super colorful helped with having these things in my environment.
Blood orphans.
No blood orphans. I don't know what that is.
So I spent most of this week painting all of my Halloween decorations that came from the dollar store, and I am ready to put everything up. You'll have to excuse the squeaky floors. I don't know if you can hear them, but that just adds to the Halloween effect, I think. I'm just gonna sort of like bunch it up in certain areas. I'll place my urn over here. I got this little skeleton hand and I painted it this kind of peachy light orange color. And then I remembered I had this really blingy ring. So I'm adding it to this guy. Just because you're dead doesn't mean that you can't still look fancy. And then I just got a whole bunch of this cobwebby stuff that I'm just going to add around. So it's not a Halloween mantle without some ghosts. And I didn't want to do more white. So I just made this guy out of some velvet material that I had left over and just put some eyes on him. I don't know if he looks like a ghost or more like a Muppet. I will have to put some double-sided tape on the back of him, see if I can get him to stick. Am I a Muppet?
I'm a Muppet of a man.
I'm a very manly Muppet.
Okay, he seems happy there. And then I just got some pumpkins for the other side. I'll put one here, another one beside it. And it just looked really empty over here, so I just painted a boo sign. And I think it pulls in the lime green on the other side. I finished a wreath last night. So I painted a bunch of pumpkins this teal color, and then I had some moss that I wanted to add to it, and it has like this chartreuse color, kind of yellow-green color. And it is gonna go right here in the center. All they had at the dollar store when I went were these bats that have red eyes on them, and red just wasn't going to be part of my color theme.
There's always a theme.
There's always a theme.
So I ended up painting the eyes black to try to blend them in, and then just doing a little bit of gold leafing. So I'll have those just going through the wreath. And the Halloween town is going to go in the center of the mantle. I really like how this guy turned out. I did sort of like an ombre paint effect on him, and you'd never know he was from the dollar store unless you look real close. I painted this tombstone, again that was black, and I just did some gold leafing on where the letters are and gold leafed the hands. I had some gold leafing left over from a project like a few years ago. And the last thing that I wanted was sort of a bigger ghost. And I had seen a lot of people on social media making ghosts out of like those tomato cages. I couldn't find any of those because it's out of season now, but I did have a rolling cart that I used to use to go just pick up groceries down the road. And it has a nice curved top, so I figured I'd use this. And again, I didn't want to use the traditional white. So I have this really pretty gold patterned Greek key. So she's going to be a very elegant ghost. I'm just going to drape the fabric over it, hiding the wheels. This is a modern ghost. But of course, now she needs some eyes. So I just cut some circles out of some felt. Again, Muppet or ghost. And you can't get these at the dollar store, but you should always have a black cat for Halloween as well. So adopt one. Not just for Halloween, like adopt it because they're awesome. Okay, so now that my mantle is good to go, it is time to decorate these little townhouses. I knew I was gonna want some little pumpkins, so I made some out of clay last night, just some air dry clay from the dollar store, and I'm going to paint those, and we'll add some friendly ghosts too.